Hello guys, today I am going to implement a in-memory basic authentication and a bcrypt password security using in a full stack Red application. So let's get started. First of all, we will create a new project. We'll add the dependencies, Spring Security and MySQL driver. So the project is being imported. So our application is being imported. So it is created. We will use Spring Boot and Angular for creating the full stack application. We'll open the SRC main. We will create two, for three, four folders. Then we will create a configuration file. It is for the Spring Security. Then we will create service, a service package. Then we will create a model and a repository. In a repository file, repository package. Name it DAO. First, we will create a configuration class. We name it Spring Security Configure. Config security config. First of all, we will create the extension, the parent inheritance. So we will extend the uh, Spring Security configure with the web security configure adapter, and we will override the configure method of HTTP security. Then we will add the following codes. Then so our Spring Security configure file look like this. So we'll add a password of username of admin and a password of admin 143. We will use the password encoder dot encode this delegate factories because the the password should be in bcrypt form for the in-memory authentication. Then we will add a following codes to the Spring Boot security application test.java. It is found in the uh, it is found in the src test slash java. This folder, this file is taken, and we will add the following dependencies. The older version, the new version of the Spring Boot security is not compatible with the JUnit runner, the runner. So we will add a new dependency into the form.xml, that is JUnit 4 version. Don't worry, guys. I have added the code into the GitHub, and I will give it to the link to the GitHub in the GitHub code in the description. So don't worry. Then we will add a for security. We will add a um, then to the Spring Boot security application.java. We will add the following code: a cross origin at cross origin star, and a REST controller, and to the main application. Then we will add a get mapping slash and a function with for the public strings login, which will return a authenticated successfully string if the authentication is if the credentials are right. So let's get move on to the program. After creating the security, we will create the uh, first we will create a model class. Right click on the com package model package, then class, select class. We name it as user. We will annotate it as a table. At the entity, sorry, it should be drop. At the entity, we give the table name equal to user, catalog, that is schema name, catalog equal to test db. At we'll get the primary key at id. At a generated generated value strategy. strategy equal to generation type auto. Generation type dot auto. We'll add the primary key. Uh, I think, UID. Then we will give a username, private string username. Username. Private string password. Private string email. Email. Because it is for a demonstration purpose, I am using only four fields, and we will add the no arc constructor. Then we will add the all arc constructor, and we will add the getters and setters. So our model class is ready. Next we will add the repository. We will name it as user repository. It will be interface. It will extend the JPA repository. We will annotate it as at a repository. It will be extends. And user and primary key type will be integer. So your repository is ready. Then we will create a service class. We will name it as user service. It will be a class user service. So we will add the service code to the user service, and we will add the following codes. Then we will We create a find by username uh, in the repository. Then we will create a controller class. We'll name it as user controller. Name it as user controller. So guys, this is how the controller class looks like. I have already written a code in a user controller, so I'll copy it from the GitHub. This is the code. I will give the code in the GitHub link. Okay. So this is the uh, post mapping, put mapping, and get mapping, delete mapping, post map. The other is for user login. The post mapping is for user login. Okay. Here in the post mapping, I will pass the user to the post mapping in this function, and using the request body user, then I will convert the password into a bcrypt password using this code. And I save it into the repository, so the bcrypt password will be saved into the repository. And uh, and the put mapping also the same. Bcrypt password security is used. The in-memory authentication is for the admin user login. I will implement it in the Angular, and I will demonstrate it. This is for getting all of the users and delete user. This is for the this last post mapping is for the login purpose. These two functions, this get mapping and post mapping, is for the login purpose. Here we will get the bcrypt password and check it with the password we will get from the front end. And if the repository and the password in the front end from the front end and the repository matches, it will give a boolean true. And it will if it is true, it will get a return a string as is called authenticated, and this string as is will be returned. This is how the login works. This is all about the user controller. And this is okay guys. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe this channel. And for more informative videos, please like and subscribe this channel. Thank you guys. Then next I will move on to the Angular front end. Hello guys. Here I'll implement the front end of the Spring Boot security, which I have already introduced. The Spring Boot security using in-memory authentication and the bcrypt password security. This is the front end using Angular. The total. So let's get started. We take the Angular repository, Angular folder. Here type cmd. We create a ng new project, ng new Spring Boot security. So the project is being created. We have to wait for a little time. Here it asked about the if you like to add the routing I added as, and style sheet I added as CSS. So programming is so the program is created. Then I will have to get into the Spring Boot security program folder. Then type here cmd. Then it will open the command prompt. Here we have to generate the components. The command for the generating component is ngc component name. The first will be admin login. The second component will be ngc admin user. It will be for the creating the user, adding or CRUD for the user. Then we will create a user login page. User login. User login in this user login. Then we will create a user page, user profile page. User profile. These are the four components we need in the program. We need in the Angular application. Then we will create a service nggs Spring Security. It will be the service name. Okay, our service is created. Then we will open the Visual Studio Code. We will open the project in the Visual Studio Code. Here, click on the file and open folder. Take the open folder. Select it from the desktop or from where you create the application. Select folder. Okay, now you have created the four components and Spring security service files. So we will create the take the app.component.html and delete all this. Except the router outlet. So, and save the file. Then we will change the app.module.ts. Here we have to add the HTTP client imports in the imports. HTTP client. homes module. It is HTTP client module. Just copy and paste it here because HTTP client is not being imported automatically. Write it. Command slash HTTP. Rename it as HTTP client module. HTTP client module. So the import is correct. Correct. We have to add the service provider here. In security service. And save the file. So our app.module.ts file is ready. Now we will change the app.module.routing app.routing.module.ts. So in the app.routing.module, I have to write. Admin, add your admin login. So this is how our app routing module.ts looks like. So we'll go to the component classes. So our app routing module.ts look like this. Then we will add a following code to the service.ts. We will add the constructor as private HTTP client, then post user, update user, and get user by username, get user by ID, delete user, get user by uname, update user profile, and then the login for authentication. This code will be added to the services.ts. Then we will I have already added the done the code, so I have got it from the GitHub. I have already done the project using the user, and I have reused the code in the services. Same way, I have added the code in the admin login component.html, then admin login component.ts. This is the code how it looks like. Then I have added the code to the admin user.component.ts, component.html. This is a sample program, a sample demonstration. So I have used a list for field loading. Then this is the admin component.ts, admin user component.ts. There will be a post user, update user, delete user, and subscribe by ID. Also, the get users will be in the on it. Then I have added the code to the user login.html, user login.component.html, and user login.common.ts. This only two or three functions are here, but since it is a sample demonstration, I have only added this sample functions only. Then the user profile.component.ts looks like this. And user profile.component.ts looks like this. We have added only an only a get function in here in the ng on it. So automatically it will get the user details and display it in the profile. Then I have added a gsearch class. Gsearch class it is only a number. It has only a number. A as a number. Then user class, it is the user class. Then the services.ts. Then services.ts looks like this. Don't worry guys, I have added the code in the GitHub link. You can reuse it and refer to it if you have any doubt. So the Angular application is ready. We will just test it in the Google Chrome. So for the command for the running the Angular application is ngserve -hyphen open. So our application is here. I will add the password for the admin. It is admin, and password will be admin143. Admin login. So I have already added uh, two details. I will add one more. run@gmail.com, and password will be also Aaron. It's right. Refresh the browser. I got it in. Got the added the Aaron, and I will get it by search, and I will delete it. So the reverse the browser, and you will see that the UID number 5 will be deleted. So that is how it works. So we have added two codes, two users. I log out and log in using the user login, using password and username. It will be Aaron. Password will. So the user logged in, and the user profile details are declared here, given here. So use our application works fine. Thank you for this video, guys. Hope you all like this. Please like and subscribe the channel if you like the video. The code to the program is given in the GitHub link below the description. In the description below, so you guys can check it out. Both the backend and both the Spring Boot code and the Angular code are given. This is how a in-memory authentication with the secret password security is in and full stack application is done. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe this channel if you like this. Thank you.